being there for less than 4 hours, you could just feel the energy.
Jalen, all these guys are going to be rejuvenated. So, man, I can't. It's going to be so fun to watch.
You don't got to watch it, you know.
I'm not going to come back. I'm not doing it. So don't ask.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go, Sports Bar. Thank you, Jake.
Nice.
Brandon, you are not allowed to do it ever again. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Heights High grads, baby. Shout out to the Heights. Shout out to the Bearcats, too, man. Cincinnati alum over here. Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. And check out our fan club, our official fan club at newheightsshow.com, also with 1S. And there are still tickets available for the New Heights live show at Nippert Stadium. Historic Nippert Stadium, I might add.
Come on down.
April 11th, Cincinnati, Ohio, man. Head to gobearcat.com/New Heights right now and purchase your ticket. We can't wait to get around the city, around the our old stomping grounds, and have some fun with the players out there and everybody in the Cincinnati area, man. We're gonna have some real special surprises. A lot of guests that hopefully everybody in Cincinnati can get fired up for.
Hell
so
yeah.
we'll keep you up to date on that. And before that, the first ever Great Lumbaby games are going to be going down on the same day, just before we get into all the interviews and the guests. And we cannot wait to see you guys duke it out for the first ever Golden Lumbaby Trophy. I'm still getting used to this nonsense Jason created.
Well, we're still figuring out what we're giving them, but the Golden Baby Trophy will be there.
Ooh.
But either way, we got a bunch of great games teed up for you guys.
Yeah, tell them what we got, Jason.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, there's going to be this is a competition. Jocks, athletics versus academics is what they're trying to say, but really it's jocks versus nerds. Everybody knows the game, all right?
Everybody knows.
And we got
exactly what it is.
That's right. And it's going to be a Cincinnati football version. Cincinnati University Bearcats version. We got Skyline Chili. We might have some live animals. We're going to be having students participate against the student athletes. So there's going to be some bragging rights here. And
Not right now.
Of course, the proceeds are some of the proceeds are going to be going to the Cincy Reigns. That's right, to support the NIL collective at the University of Cincinnati to help with recruiting and making Bearcats football great.
Get the boys and girls paid. Money falling from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Let it rain.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff. We got trivia, we got music, we got trivia, we got Skyline, we got running, we got catching, we got throwing, we got a little bit of everything. So these games are going to be fun.
I can't wait.
Picture Revenge of the Nerds / Wipeout / MXC. I think that's what we're going for. That's exactly what we're going for, actually. All right. Let's talk about what we're getting to in this episode. And
let's do it.
Got a special guest here. You're not going to miss this one.
Let's get it on.
Alrighty, our guest today is superstar NFL running back out of Whitehall High School. That's right. He's the record holder for most career rushing touchdowns in Penn State history, the second overall pick in the 2018 draft, former Offensive Rookie of the Year, two-time Pro Bowler, the man who apparently is now on the enemy. Well, the good guys for us. That's right. Please welcome Philadelphia Eagle Saquon Barkley. Here we go.
I need that. I wish I gotta have you two around. I need more intros like that. You know, it makes me feel good about myself.
Every room you go, we got you, dog.
That's all we do. That's our major right there. Well,
welcome to New Heights, brother.
Yeah, welcome to New Heights.
Cheers,
fellas.
man.
Yeah,
appreciate you taking the time, man. It's been a pretty wild couple weeks for you.
Yeah, but all good things, you know. Like that's how I try to look at it. All blessings. Obviously stressful a little bit. Had to make some decisions, but
and those are never easy, man.
Yeah, it's not. It's
you're A1, man. Obviously, we've met during passing and stuff through all the NFL events and stuff like that, and you pour your heart into it, man. And you can tell that when you do that, you create the relationships and stuff. So I can only imagine how tough it's been for you, bro.
Yeah, knowing you at a place for 6 years, and had a lot of ups and downs, tore my knee. You know, I have a lot of, history there. So, like, knowing you're going to leave, and obviously before I even made a decision that I was going to be in Philly, but knowing that I was like, oh, like this story, this chapter is kind of come to an end. It definitely sucks, but unfortunately it's a business. And I'm happy. I could be, there's some guys like, who's trying to find a spot, trying to get in the league, bouncing around. And I had the opportunity to, make a decision where I could further on my legacy and put me and my family in a better situation.
You did that, man. You did that. There were rumors eventually, or in the beginning, that the Eagles were kind of in it. Were they always kind of like the top choice, or were they the ones kind of trying to make that move happen? Or
I'm gonna be honest here, right? This is what the show's for. Really, probably the first team that had like my first interest was Houston.
Ooh,
Houston.
That would have been dangerous too.
Was really I got to communicate with CJ and a couple of those boys.
Nice.
But this is before like all the, when you actually could put offers on the table and talk to teams, and then as it got closer and you start hearing word, and it's like, okay, like, Philly. I probably never imagined myself playing for Philly, 6 years ago.
Yeah,
sure.
But it was like I get to come back to Pennsylvania. My family's from Pennsylvania. My lady, our kids, like grandmas, all that's from Pennsylvania. So we're already close. We even get closer.
Nice.
And get a chance to compete. I got to admire them for afar. Admire, what he was able to build over there, and get to be able to be in part of that culture.
Oh yeah.
It was a no-brainer for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Did you grow up? So you grew up in PA, but you were Western PA, right?
Not
Eastern. You were Eastern?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Eastern.
Okay.
I'm probably 50 minutes from, maybe it depends what time you leave, like 50 minutes an hour.
So did you grow up a Birds fan?
No.
No?
I did not. My dad, I was born in New York. I was born in the Bronx. My dad got a Jets tattoo, like right here.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Jake's going to be real happy with this.
I was a Jets fan growing up my whole life.
So not only did you go to the Giants, but then you went down the street. So you just been bouncing all around the Jets.
Yeah, really. But the cool thing about the Giants story, because the Giants and the Jets obviously share a stadium.
Uh-huh.
So when I was a kid, like, and I'm all about big on like, speaking stuff to existence.
Oh yeah,
like
you got to.
Me and my dad would drive, and if I was sleeping, if say we were going from PA to New York, my dad would always wake me up, or always look at the stadium before it was MetLife, and it'd be like, Dad, I'm gonna play in that stadium. And like I thought it was gonna be for the Jets one day.
Yeah.
But just kind of matched up for me. I was number 2 pick, and Jets was number 3. I'm not saying the Giants passed me. I would have made it to the Jets, but
still,
it was cool for me to be able to, as a kid, like have that moment and think about that and dream about that, and then put on that and be able to play in that stadium.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And I mean, like you said, you're still playing in that stadium.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm pretty curious though. How did you get Howie Roseman to throw that much money at a running back? 3 years, $37 million?
Listen, I will say this.
Damn.
I will say this. A lot of people got to know that, I had a couple good offers.
I love to hear that, man.
It was something I needed, like for your confidence, for your swagger. Like you hit the open market and everyone's talking and you're in the rumbles and you're gonna get this and you're gonna get that. This is what a running back market is, and it's like I was viewed as a weapon. I was viewed as somebody that can come to the team and I'm not just a bruiser back. Like they envisioned me how they use an Alvin, how they use a Christian, and not just saying Philly, like the teams, all the teams I was able to offer. So when I had my offers in place, I was like, all right, what best fit me? Where can I go and have the best opportunity to win, in my opinion? And when you put all the pieces together, it made no sense to be a Philly.
I love it, man.
Well, we're damn sure excited to have you in Philly. 3 years, $37.75 million. Howie Roseman sure did shell out for Saquon Barkley. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, man, and I think you hit it off right away. Your daughter became the star of the show. Jada asked if you're going to win now that you're on the Eagles.
Yeah, that see, I like put a tweet out about that. First of all, it's funny.
That ain't right.
You have grown men and women on social media arguing with a 5-year-old.
Right.
Just put that out there. But like, it's funny how the media turns stories. Like I told that story. If anything, first, my teammates know that, or my former teammates, like DJ, Slay. Like at the time, like I told my teammates that story because it was more embarrassing for me, and they took it like I'm trying to throw a shot at the Giants. Like I'm telling you a story that my daughter, we was getting our ass beat by the Eagles so bad and so much in my career that they're like, my daughter's seen the pain and it caused me coming home. They're like, my daughter's like, oh, are we actually going to win now? Like, and everyone tried to spin it like it's a shot.
They're going to spin it.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a shot at the Giants fans, but it's like, it just, that made no sense. And I've been noticing recently, just don't respond. Just
you got to.
It's not worth it. You always got to take the high road. Like everybody who has a daughter or any kids realizes, man, sometimes things just come out and it's natural and it's hilarious. And I thought that was like a coming to like full circle moment for me. Like when I was telling that story, I thought it was a pretty cool story. It's like, dang, like this, I had this moment with my daughter. Obviously, it was an embarrassing moment for me, and then, here we are. And then everyone was just like, oh, he's throwing shots at the Giants. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, it's not even that deep.
It's really, yeah. I feel you on that. Jason's oldest, Wyatt, knows A.J. Brown as his pink cleats on the field.
Do you like his pink shoes? Yeah. Nice.
You have any fun, like your family, man? Do you have any fun, like traditions with your kids before or on game days?
Yeah. Me and my daughter have a handshake.
A handshake?
Nice.
We do a little handshake where we do our little stuff and we kiss each other on the cheek. My son now, he's one, so he loves football already, which is kind of crazy to say. His first word was ball, so
okay.
20 years, we got another one coming up.
It's in the genes.
It's
how are his quads looking?
Yeah, he's good. He's an athlete, all right? He's an athlete, I'll tell you that. His dad got some pretty good genes, and his mom's a pretty good athlete too, so you got to make sure we keep him on the right track. He'll be all right.
Hell yeah. Well, let's talk some of your the reception in Philly, man. Everybody's obviously going nuts because of the type of player they just got. Obviously a big family man. What's it been being on the other side of the Eagles? And do you have any, like, I always love to hear the bad Philly stories of like the fans when you go into the link as an opponent. How has it kind of been different? And do you have any like good stories from when you were playing?
Yeah, I think it's been great. The reception's been great. I was there the other day house shopping. I got a free bagel, free sandwich. You know what I mean? Anytime you get something free, it's for me.
Getting the perks already.
If it's free, I need 3, baby. I need 3.
It was weird because if I was like when I go back to Philly, like, they'll talk shit and shit, like whatever, like how fans would be. Yeah. But like I would know some of those fans personally because I'm from that area. And like when I was a kid growing up, my nickname Say. So I was like, out here like, Say, you fucking suck. And I'm like, like you can't see, but I'm like, I definitely know you. Like we played high school ball together or something like that. That's one thing I haven't got a chance to really do. I've been so caught up with obviously looking for houses and the movement and then going back and forth with Giants fans or Tiki, that I really haven't like got a chance to be able to show like how appreciative I am to actually be a Philadelphia Eagle. Like I'm a guy like you said, like I love it. I want to compete. Like I love the culture. I got to see it. Like one of my favorite football experiences outside of losing the game was when we played them in the divisional playoffs. The year that they lost to you guys in the Super Bowl. Like that was a dope experience. Like my family was there and they got to say like they haven't had that experience since college. Like because we went to Penn State and Penn State was jumping. Yeah. So I was like, I'm just happy to be a part of that culture. Like let me clear myself up. That's no diss to Giants fans or stuff like that. People could take it, but like that's a fun culture. And like they showed like a video of the to the free agents and they had you talking and you was like, if you love the city's gonna love you. And like that's what I'm excited for. I can't wait to get to that place. Can't wait to embrace that culture and give 110% and more.
They'll have fun with it. And somebody that we all know has fun being a Philadelphia Eagle, Brandon Graham.
BG.
Hey, what up, baby? Yeah, just want to say what up. I just happened to come on and you just on your way, man. So I want to give you some love. Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, can't wait to go try to do this thing together. Yeah. Go enjoy yourself, man. Get that love, baby. Yeah, I'm going to hit you.
BG was out front welcoming you in. I'm sure you got some good BG stories.
I'm just happy that I don't got to like he can talk to smack now.
That's what I gotta know.
He can talk to smack now. Like we do the training camp, but like I don't got here on the field. Him and Fletch, one time my rookie year. Fletch and BG, but
legends,
they're great to play against. I remember one time Fletch tackled me my rookie year. And it was like impressive tackles. I was like down the field, and I was like, there's no reason why a man that big should be able to be at that spot where we're making that tackle. And like I look up, and he's like, "Yep, it's me again. I'm gonna be your daddy for the next 12 years." And I was just like, he's like, "I'm gonna be your daddy for the next 12 years." I'm like, I'm looking at him like this, and it's like at the point, like it's like it's all funny games, and I'm starting counting. I'm like, nah, there's no way he's playing for another 12. Like this, but VG, we played him divisional playoffs, and like he's going crazy, like he's going ham at Dex, which like he don't even got to block Dex. Like you got to, like you had to block Dex.
Yeah, he's messing my day up. I'm like, bro, you calm down, BG.
We had the coin toss, and he just boom, boom, and I'm just like, and like that fired me up. So like I can see it now, like how it's going to be a dope experience and cool to be a part of that side with him. Because, like, I remember at that coin toss, like, you already knew what it was. It's Philly, it's New York, it's a divisional playoffs. Yeah. And then, like, it was, like, you know, that little standoff moment we all get. And, like, he's out there just yapping. And it's, like, for me, I'm, like, that, like, got me going. I'm ready to go. So it's, like, I only can imagine being on the same side as him now.
Oh, yeah.
And not only him, all those guys. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait.
Man, you got an unbelievable offensive line in front of you. Have you ran into anybody on the offensive line side yet?
No. So not funny story. I talked to Lane at the honors, and we just chopped up for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you know, we'll love to have you and stuff like that. And obviously, you know, the money. And I was like, hey, I just want to win. So if we can make it work, we can make it work. So
that overrides everything.
Did you meet anybody else when you were in for the visit or signing?
Yeah, in the building.
It was insane. I met everybody.
Okay.
Literally everybody in the span of an hour, 2 hours.
It could be a bit overwhelming, I'm sure.
So it's like I hope the first day I go in, I had them send me like you know, everybody's name, and before I get there, I'm gonna make sure I go over it and try to learn everyone. But like, I hope I'm not like first day I'm in there and they're like, you remember my name? And I'm like,
no, it ain't gonna be like that.
Like I've met so many people.
Yeah. But
just even from like just being there for less than 4 hours, less than 3 hours, like you could just feel the energy. You could just feel like how upset everybody in that building, not just players. Like I'm talking about from top to bottom about the way the season ended last year.
Yeah.
And they're motivated. And it's like, damn, like, all right, like it's like that's refreshing. Like I'm like, I can't wait to be a part of that. So I'm like a kid in the candy store, bro.
There you
like,
go,
I'm
man.
happy.
Hey.
I got a fresh start. I can't wait to meet everybody and just go out there and play ball.
I'll tell you what, man.
And take that attitude there. Like everybody, you're right. The season ended with a sour taste in everybody's mouth in the building, but everybody knows the talent that is on the roster. And with adding you there, dog, I'm telling you, it's in a good spot. And you guys, the potential that can be reached is the best. And I think that it's going to be an outstanding environment all year round. Jalen, all these guys are going to be rejuvenated. So, man, it's going to be so fun to watch. It's going to be so fun to be a part of. It's going to be great.
You don't got to watch it.
I got one piece of advice. I got one piece of advice. Before you ask me to come back, I'm not going to come back. I'm not doing it. So don't ask. Do not go down at the 1 yard line. You got to go down at the 2.
Yeah.
Go down at the 1.
It's curtains. Yep.
They didn't ban it.
Yeah.
They didn't ban it.
Yep.
Jalen's going to get that. He's going to get that every time.
A little extra motivation there, you know. That's just don't go down at the 1. You got to find a way to get in the end zone. Trust me, my boy. Obviously, you know Miles pretty well. I know how many touchdowns probably was taken away from Miles just watching his film. I'm just like, man, just got to strain a little more.
There was one time. I mean, I remember being so happy when he got in the end zone. Or it was the year. It was his last year in Philly. I was just so happy.
Even you dreaded the play a little bit,
dog. Whenever the running back got down to the 1 yard line, whether it was him or D Swift or whoever, I like, especially when like we ran the ball the entire drive. It's like, man, I would say I'm sorry in the huddle. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
that's gold, man.
Yeah, let's get to the Penn State career,
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you recently went back to Penn State to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. What was it like being back?
You get a little Irish in the.
No, I like. I'm trying to think.
You don't got to be Irish to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
I think the weekend I went for pro day. But yeah, I think that might have been St. Patrick, and I got to go out. Like I didn't get to go out in the bars and stuff at Penn State because I was never 21. And like I got to go, I was out and I played. I was like a DJ for a night. I had
wow.
I was like,
okay,
nice.
It was like I tried something new. It was different, but I don't got no Irish in me. I probably do. Like I think everybody got everything now. Like if you do that,
especially Irish, it trickles in everywhere somehow.
Yeah,
but.
right.
Yeah. Do you give any the young guys at Penn State any advice?
Yeah. You get to speak to the team.
I got the chance to talk to the team. I will say this. I'm gonna choose my words wisely here. College football is a lot different than when we were in college football.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. And just the mindset of the kids, not just saying at Penn State, like anytime you talk to these college kids, it's it's a whole different process than what it was. So that was like kind of my thing when I talked to him. I was like, I know what college football is right now, but it's like I felt like when I was there, especially my junior year, like we really shit the bed. Like at one point we were number 2 in the nation. We had a really good, we were up at Ohio State. Ohio State came back and beat us. Then we had another opportunity the next week because Ohio State lost to Iowa. And then we lost to Michigan State, and then that's kind of was our season.
A little Big Ten ball, baby.
Yeah. It's kind of our season. So I was kind of just telling them to just lock in and focus because it's different now. There's 17 games. Like the college football
That's so
is
crazy to
It's going to
me.
be 17 college football games.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know this.
If you make it to the college football playoffs,
and you go all the way, it's 17.
Holy cow.
So it's a different mindset. Like before you had to win the Big Ten championship or you had to be undefeated or maybe only one loss, and that's hard to do when you playing Michigan and Ohio State every year, and some years Michigan State's really good and Wisconsin sneaky good here and there. So now it's just like more of my mindset I was trying to get them to understand is like you got to get to the dance and you guys can do something special because we folded. We didn't accomplish, me, Trace, Mike, my teammates, we didn't accomplish what we could have really accomplished there. And, you know, as a vet or a alumni coming back is like it would bring so much pride not only to myself but all of us if we could support you guys and you guys go out there and do it the right way and get the job done.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
that's awesome, man. I commend you for going back and talking to him. We're getting fired up to shoot back to the Natty ourselves for alumni weekend.
It'll be awesome.
Was it always Penn State being a East PA guy?
No, I was Rutgers first.
What?
Yeah, it was Rutgers first.
Rutgers?
Yeah,
the whole New Jersey connection, or I should say
New York,
the East Coast connection there.
I've been there my whole life pretty much, right?
And they were probably just getting into the Big Ten?
Yep, they just was getting the Big Ten. Rutgers offered me my sophomore year off of my JV film.
Holy cow.
Yeah, JV.
Got to get them early.
Like,
we got a chance.
I wasn't like
a chance.
I wasn't big recruit. I wasn't like big recruit. I got my stars later on, but at the time, like I was 16, 15, 155 pounds.
I can't imagine you.
What were you doing on JV? Time out. Why were you on JV?
I was on JV. One of my best friends who like works with me, he was the starting running back. And that's how our school was. A lot of you don't really play a young guy. And to be honest, I wasn't that good. I wasn't really that good at that. Like I was kind of a late bloomer.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
After my sophomore year, like that's when I was like, I started getting that mentality and like I started getting into the weight room and start grinding and pushing myself. But Rutgers offered me straight off of like potential that I never even seen in myself.
Wow.
And Coach Wilson, Norris Wilson, who was a running back coach at the time under Flood. Obviously, I ended up decommitting and I went to Penn State. My first start ended up being against Rutgers.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and I went stupid, and I remember Coach Flood was like got fired or something, and Coach Wilson was the interim head coach, and went up to him, and I was one to make sure because like, he's the one who gave me my, how it works in college. Like you get a scholarship, and then that's when other teams start.
You get that one offer.
Buying, you start buying in, and pulled me aside, and it was like, just looked in my eyes and. It's like I knew I seen something special in you, and like it almost like brought me to tears because I was like, this person, like
that's dope.
That's all you need sometimes. Sometimes you need someone to have belief in you and take a chance on you. And I'm forever grateful for. Obviously, I never played there, but I don't think I ever get to the point I am if it's not for that moment.
Right on,
bro. That's crazy.
When that new NCAA game comes out, man, just do a creative player.
Right.
Just be like, this is what it would have looked like.
So you guys got to play NCAA.
Oh yeah.
Year, my year is literally the year to cut it off.
I was 7th string. And a 54 overall rating at quarterback.
I moved myself to running back right away.
My coming out game was against Rutgers too.
Yeah,
Rutgers, they're good for that.
Yeah, good.
They're good confidence builders. Shout out to everybody at Rutgers, man. I didn't mean that, guys.
Because they was in that was Big East.
That was the Big East days, yeah.
And they were actually really good at first when I was in school because they had Brian Leonard.
Rice, right?
Ray Rice.
Rashid Rice, yeah.
Rashid Rice.
Rashid, shout out to Rashid. Right now.
But no, they were really good when I first got into Cincinnati, and then we kind of took over after that. And then they started getting decent again, though. But didn't they beat you your senior year, didn't they, Trav? Or was that Louisville?
Didn't they? No, you got them. Yeah.
Oh,
they got us. They got us.
You're over here talking trash.
It was a good fight, though. It was a good fight, though.
Acting like you.
I'm just saying, it was a good coming out party. I had 2 touchdowns. I was running behind your fat ass. All right, I'm actually curious about this. Being back in the locker room and everything, kind of being around the guys, do you still feel that that college camaraderie, even though the NIL stuff is kind of like guys can, and not only that, but the transfer portal, like guys can just, if they don't like their scenario, just get up and slide, right?
Yeah. I wasn't really able to be in the locker room. Like when I was in the locker room, like they was right out there. It's just more of like when you're just talking to everybody, like it's just a different world up there.
Yeah.
Like I never wanted to be a coach, but if I ever decided to be a coach, I would not want to be a coach in college.
Damn.
It's like, it's different. Like, and
It's
then
tough
you
sledding.
kind of like got a little NFL to it. And like, I didn't get a chance to, like, if it's one thing that I really wanted to tell them that just crossed my mind, it was like, have fun. Like, don't worry about the business stuff. Like, obviously,
Man.
get your money, get your paper. Like, I'm all about that. But like this, like you guys know, like the next level you get to is a monster. It's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
Like, so have fun and enjoy it because you're gonna be searching for that for forever.
Yeah.
And maybe like more times you're on winning teams. Like probably your successful years when you won Super Bowls. The locker room was probably way more closer, but. Not to say that our locker room wasn't close in New York because we were really close.
Yeah.
But just like you walk in one day, you boys with this dog, like with him, you chopping it up. And then the next day, like his locker's clean out. It's a new name. It's a new like.
It's the real.
You don't get that, and like it's getting towards like that in college now because like you could just up and leave. Like there's no adversity. There's no like okay like which is it's hard because like
Everybody's story is different.
Yeah.
I know I appreciated the adversity I got hit with in college. It put me in the tight end room essentially. So landed me a job.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's good and bad, right? Like what the rules were, where nobody can ever make any money off of their name, right? And the schools are capitalizing on all of it. Like that was the wrong way to do it too. But yeah, the allegiance to the university and your teammates, that was like really did feel like a family more in college. It just does because you're all bought in, and there's not like the free agency portal, which kind of takes place now with NIL, right? Like where every year guys can go wherever they want.
And it don't work like that in the NFL. You can't just up and leave because
Right.
you don't have a good
Yeah.
situation. Snip,
Yeah.
snip, and then now you're on the outside looking in.
Right.
You know, they don't teach nothing.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a wild scenario. But I want to get back to your DJ career. What kind of were you playing? What were you playing? A little bit of
I
everything.
was mixing it up, you know.
A little bit of everything. What's your DJ
Like,
name?
I don't know. I really thought about this. Like, I was gonna buy a set because
Oh, you got to.
I enjoyed myself.
Go
that
ahead, get you
much.
the Pioneer,
Yeah,
the Pioneer 400, 200. I don't even know what
that a
number it
real
is.
thing?
It's something like that.
Pioneer, this is a turntable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's the right one. I don't know. Just kind of throwing
we
out
got
there,
some
Pioneer.
DJs. We got
you
some
guys
DJs
just got a
listening.
free
Tell us.
ad right there, Pioneer. I don't even
Right.
know what you guys do, but you do something electronically. You guys just got a free pub.
It's something about being a DJ though, like controlling the crowd.
For sure.
Like, I had no idea what I was doing, and honestly, the DJ next to me was kind of just telling me what to do, and
It's
I was
coaching
just a
you
show
up.
pony.
Yeah,
I was just a show
He's
pony.
coachable.
But I remember like the one time like we were playing Dreams of Nightmare, and like there's a button or it's like a slider where like it's like the song's still going, but it's like, you know, it's for the crowd, they could sing.
Yeah.
And like I timed it at the right time. Like I push it up and like everyone
Everybody's
started singing.
screaming it?
And I'm just sitting there like my little brother there, he's just like, I'm like, oh my God.
electric.
It was crazy. And I left that moment. I was like, damn, like I might actually like try this for real. Like just I know
That's dope.
Shaq does that,
Oh,
right?
yeah, Shaq.
Shaq's a DJ.
Yep.
DJ Diesel.
Yeah. But I
DJ,
just don't
dub.
know.
He's Dub House though.
Yeah, that's not my
he's really
that's not
into
my
it.
thing. Like that's not my thing. I'm more like rap, and then, you know, I'll throw a little country in there.
Oh, okay.
But I ain't doing
Hey, all right
like
now.
the
all right.
da, 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 like that. That's not my vibe. Great song though. I don't know who sang that song with me, so I'm not throwing shots, but that's not my thing.
You give me enough tequila, I'll be out there on that dance floor. All right now. Well, that's too much fun, man. Obviously, you hold all types of records at Penn State, man. I mean, the list goes on. Most career rushing touchdowns, most career yards, most receiving yards by a running back. Like we said, the list goes on. Do you think any of them will get broken?
Records are meant to be broken, right?
No.
So
No. That's what they say.
I mean, now that there's 17 games,
there's 17
Yeah.
games.
Oh.
I didn't get the one that matters the most to me,
Which one's that?
the rushing yards. Evan Royster got it. He played 4 years though.
I was about to say.
No
yeah,
diss to you, the OG.
You left
you know it's
before you
love.
turned 21, Saquon.
Do I think? Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. And like now, I'm at that point now where like I'm year 7, where it's like I look back on like some of my college stuff, like saves a tweet, like someone put a tweet out, and I'll see it, and I'm like, damn, like I was really raw, low key. Like
Dog,
you don't understand it. Like in the moment, you don't understand
You're
it.
just now realizing this?
You were second
swear.
overall.
Yeah, but I like to be in the moment.
You did arguably the craziest shit I've ever seen on a football field. You hurdled a man and in midair took a fucking hit from somebody else and landed on your feet.
Yep, that was
Like you went airborne and trucked somebody.
Yep.
While you were hurdling somebody. It was the most freakishly athletic thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Probably one of my better plays. Yep.
Was that Iowa?
Iowa. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that shit like it was yesterday, man. I was like, that was one of those that makes you get out of your seat like.
But I'm at that point now where it's like, I was like, dang. But do I think myself, like, they have really good back right there now. They have two, Singleton and Fat Man, or Allen. That's his nickname. I don't know why I just said that.
Fat Man.
Yeah, that's what they call
Sorry,
him.
we don't fat shame.
But yeah, I feel like I love that though. Like, I love because I know what Royster and all those backs there like meant to me. Like I would look up their numbers and look up their stats and be like, all right, like that's what I gotta go get. I'm gonna go get it. And like I think it's cool like to be in a position now where younger backs who come to Penn State where I'm the pick, I'm the pinnacle. I'm the one you got to go get, and I'm not like one like you're not OGs be hating now. Like I'm not like one. No, hold on. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we don't.
We ain't
I'm not
saying
doing that. I'm
nothing.
just saying like in general. Like I feel like not just only football and all sports. But like I ain't want. Like, I want you come Penn State. Like
back
do what
in
you
my
got to do.
day.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That ain't it. That ain't it.
You couldn't last back in my day.
One time someone told me a
Y'all out here
story.
playing in the powder puff league.
There was and then like he showed me his shoulder,
hip drop
and his
tackles
shoulder
anymore.
was insane, and I'm just like, no, I don't want that. Like I don't want my body to be like that. Actually, so it's like maybe it was a good thing I didn't play in your time. Like, it's not like a thing to brag about. Like he was like, I did this to my shoulder and I played through it. It was like you probably shot it up with stuff that we can't shoot it up now.
No doubt.
yeah.
And now this is looking this way and that way. And I was like, I like my shoulder being
They
like
probably weren't even telling them. They were like, "Hey, we
Yeah.
got this stuff that might help
might
you out.
help you.
We got a cream. It'll make you feel like.
We have a topple. We got a topple. It'll just go right over the skin. You won't even know it's in there."
Dude, there was something that guys used to take. I think it was like
Have everybody
DMSO.
walking around with new hips and new knees.
They said it used to make everybody's breath smell like raw eggs or something like that. You ever heard that? Like
Dog.
it smell like sulfur.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
It's
I've
a
never
horse
used
thing.
it.
It's the horse
Yeah,
thing.
it's the horse thing.
Hold on, wait.
They wrap it around the knees. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's too funny. No, I've never done it. Obviously, they outlawed the fuck out of that shit. All right, now let's talk about our next sponsor, PrizePicks. That's right. PrizePicks is not only makes playing daily fantasy easy, it makes using responsible gaming tools easy as well.
You can set up alerts, timeouts, and more in just a few clicks. PrizePicks wants their members to have easy access to the resources required to support their fantasy sports experience.
A PrizePicks alert will let you know when you have placed a certain amount of entries, and limits will cap the number of entries or deposits you could make during a period of time. I hope you understood that. That's some responsible gaming right there.
And timeouts or self-exclusions allow you to take a break from PrizePicks for as long as you need, if you didn't know what a timeout means.
New Heights 92%ers can learn more at prizepicks.com/responsible-gaming or directly in PrizePicks' first in-class member support help center.
Again, head to prizepicks.com/responsible-gaming to learn more about the tools PrizePicks has to make responsible gaming easy.
Responsible. Be responsible.
All right, and we need to shout out one of our sponsors, and that's probably because you see us drinking it all the time, and that is Accelerator Active Energy Drink.
Woo!
And I don't know
all
if you can tell,
jacked
but I
up
am
on.
done with mine.
I got a little bit left, but I'm already 2 in, so probably should reel it back a little bit, but I'm not because I'm accelerating it.
How about that?
And if you've been looking for ways to accelerate your fitness this year, look no further than Accelerator Active Energy. Jason, I see you over there sipping on, what is that, cherry limeade? What do you got over
No,
there?
I got the Rock Pop.
My bad, you were over there on the Rocket Pop. I got that cherry ice pop myself. Saquon was enjoying the cherry limeade. which is also a fan favorite.
I think that's my favorite. Cherry limeade's my favorite, but they're all good.
Accelerator Active Energy has 0 sugar. It gives you sustained energy, gets your metabolism going, and gives you the enhanced focus you need to accomplish anything. Maybe like jumping through flaming tables, Jason?
Yeah.
Huh?
I enjoy that
You know
sometimes.
how to make knives? Maybe it gets you through
Not
learning
yet.
how to make knives?
Looking forward to learning.
I want a sword. I don't want a knife.
All right, now, plus there's nothing like those signature plant-based thermogenics to give you the energy you need to record a podcast each and every week.
You can find Accelerator Active Energy at Hy-Vee, Quick Trip, Giant Eagle, and as always on Amazon.
Alrighty, it's time now to shout out our next sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whoop, whoop.
It's almost time for the Sweet 16, and the best place to watch is at Buffalo Wild Wings. Boy, ain't that the truth. The official sports bar of March Madness.
So many memories. That's right. Buffalo Wild Wings is the official sports bar of March Madness and the absolute best place to catch all the tournament action and any sporting event at that. Plus, B-Dub's new sweet honey sauces are perfect for the Sweet 16.
For a limited time, you can now try the new honey sriracha sauce. It's a little sweet with a little heat, and Buffalo Wild Wings is also bringing back honey garlic. If you're looking for a sweet and savory combo, honey garlic is right there for you.
All right, now 92%ers, make sure you go ahead and get the Buffalo Wild Wings to catch all the Sweet 16 action and to try the new honey sriracha and the returning honey garlic sauces.
Buffalo Wild Wings, the official sports bar of March Madness.
Let's go sports bar. Thank you, Jason. NCAA and March Madness are trademarks of the National Collegiate Athletic Association. Don't you forget it. Let's move on to talking some NFL draft. We're a month out from the 2024 NFL draft up in Detroit, Michigan.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so. I think I was right on that. Yeah,
It is.
it's up in Detroit this year, man. I think it's cool that they're jumping around and doing that in everybody's home.
So do I.
I think it's cool, man, and it kind of gives everybody a broader experience of what these cities are really like.
Yeah.
Although there was
I'm a
something
little
cool
biased.
about
It was in Kansas City last year, so I'm a little biased.
But there was something cool about it being in New York. Like, I don't know why, like, watching it as a kid, watching it always in New York, there was like a certain cachet to it. But when it was in Philly, it was dope.
Yeah, we like to talk about everybody's draft day experience, man. You were literally could have gone 1 overall. I feel like everybody in the top 3 to 5 picks, anybody can go number 1. It's just dependent on what team is needed for anything. Us Clevelanders over here, how close was it for you to go to the Browns?
Not close at all.
Oh,
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Some guys like never talk to the teams at all, and they still draft them. So like everyone got like their own different process. I never talked to the Browns once. I talked to them one time where it was like a sit down, and I was like, "So what's the word? Like, y'all not feeling me?"
Yeah.
And it was like, "No, we just handling it differently. This and that, third, and they gave me like the spiel." So in my opinion, I never thought Cleveland Brown was a real thing. And I was really super excited to where number 2 was and where number 3 was anyway. So it was like, you want to be first as a
Wait, hold on.
competitor.
Hold on. What are you trying to say? What you trying to say about Cleveland, man?
You're right. I got to
I'm
be careful
messing with
nowadays. For some reason right now, and this, whatever I say is getting twisted crazy.
Yeah, let me not play into that.
I want it to be like, I get to come home.
I was
Like
about
that.
to
Like I
say,
said,
yeah.
that story of me being a kid, like
That's
it
dope.
fit everything. So
right.
yeah, I don't think Cleveland ever was a real thing, in my opinion.
I respect it. Well, you were second overall to the New York Football Giants in 2018. You were rumored to go very high and then like top 10, but your draft stock kept going up. Were you at all surprised that you went second? Like, was there ever a doubt that you were just talking about 2 and 3, so you kind of knew.
Yeah, I don't think there ever was a doubt for me that I was gonna go high. I think at the time it just made sense.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm realistic. Like I running back going number 2 at that time is rare and may not see it again.
Yeah.
But for what the team had, like the year before they went 3-13, but everybody got banged up, everybody got hurt. Odell got hurt. The year prior, that's when they made it to the playoffs. Like they were balling, they went to Green Bay and shit the bed. So it was like, from their mindset, they're like, all right, we know what we have in our team. We can add a weapon, and he come in and bring a spark Eli's on the older age, but he still has some
Still
ball.
Eli, yeah.
I mean, that year he threw
Smart ball player.
for like over 4,000 yards.
Damn.
So we were like, it just made sense, and it was like obviously I wanted to be there. And when I got drafted, I was like, oh man, like okay, you mean to tell me we have Eli Manning at quarterback, myself at running back, Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram.
I mean, you guys were fucking stacked for sure.
And we balled like that year, and y'all know it was like football margin of error.
Every year's different
you know what
too.
I mean?
Yeah.
And we lost like 7 games by like 7 points or less.
Right.
And on offense, we were balling. Like Eli had over 4,000 yards. O had 1,000 yards, and he didn't play the last 4 games. Shep had like 800, 700. Evan had like 800, 700. I had like 2,000 all purpose. So it was like no one ever mentioned that part of it. Like we came in like our offense, we did what we had to do. Like we were putting up points, we were scoring. We just wasn't finding ways to win games.
Yeah, that could be frustrating.
Next year, everything started changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that stint with New York, and I think it was right at the tail end right there with Eli. And offense was putting up. The defense was kind of trying to figure things out. But, I mean, that's the way it goes in the NFL. It changes quickly. But that rookie year in 2018, were you – I guess what was your welcome to the NFL moment? Like, whether it be like a veteran saying something. We already talked about the Fletcher Cox story.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
Oh, wow.
Let me take that back.
Mr. Incredible.
First was Eli Manning.
It's not surprising.
You go into the building and it's like, shit, that's fucking Eli Manning. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I was a fan of the game. Like I'm into that. Like I respect. Like I'm big fans of y'all. Like I'm into that. So like it was like, okay, that's Eli Manning. But in game, we were playing Houston, and we had a counter to the left. He won on the backside and still got to me before, like as I was getting the ball.
I mean, it
was like. That doesn't make sense. Like you guys know, what I'm talking about. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I've been that guy on the backside of the block trying to get him, and he made that.
That's what made JJ so dangerous. He was good enough to backdoor it and still
boomed me too. Like boom me. Like it was like like a boom. I was like, whoa, and I'm looking, I'm like, and then when you go back, like it was crazy in the moment, and then when you go back and you watching film, and it's like, I'm just like, no way he did that. Like there's no way he did that. And
how do you know the ball was going over there?
Like him. I'm trying to think. Fletch, that moment, that story, that's a funny story.
That's a great one.
But yeah, JJ, bro, he was Luke was Julius Pepper.
What?
Man, Pepper.
Julius Peppers?
Yeah,
Hall of Famer.
Peppers. Dude, just huge,
we had a
enormous.
Just like, what the fuck? Are you human?
bro.
He walks up next to you across from the line. He's got the visor on. You're just like, bro, what the fuck are you?
I'm pretty strong.
Cyborg.
I'm a pretty strong dude. At least I like to believe I am.
Yeah.
He manhandled me, like embarrassing. Like it was a play where like I bounced and it was like a dead play. Like we blew the whistle and he had me like this, and I'm like, oh, football is like, you get into a little bit, and I'm like, bro, like, and then it didn't go nowhere. Like, and then I was like, and it didn't go nowhere again. I'm like, man, you got it, bro. Like, like, let me go. Like, you got it. That's probably those are my moments.
Ref,
like, come on, you see this? Like,
he can't do that.
There's no reason you should be that damn strong. And like, that was like the first time I experienced like grown men strength,
bro.
Like not weight room strong, like just
hands,
grown man.
Yeah. Like, dude, hand when somebody's hands are so strong that you feel like they just have complete control over you, it is the most like, oh wow. This guy is another level of strength. I felt that with Fletcher Cox. And oddly enough, Clay Matthews was the other one that had that. But
Clay,
he just had some strong-ass hands.
I'll tell you what, I talked smack to the wrong guy, James Harrison, man. And like,
that's not a smart one to talk.
two quarter. You know me. I'm
Mr. Captain Bicep.
I'm out here. If I'm out here fighting. Sometimes. Cross from whoever, you know what I mean? Right. Anybody can get it. Yeah. Call me the can man. Anybody can get it. Yeah, I ended up getting his wrath because he played that outside backer position where sometimes he'd be over number 2 in the slot. We're playing in Pittsburgh. I'd talk a little bit of shit to him. He's staring at me again with the black visor. Can't really see if he's looking at me, but I know he's looking at me. Because he's doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Couple quarters go by. I'm looking in at the ball because it's silent cadence. Timed it up perfect. Wow! Just absolutely smoked me off the line of scrimmage. Fucked up the whole play. I'm going to Alex like, I don't know what you want me to do there. I'm looking in at the ball.
Yeah,
He's looking at my blind side. Obviously, never talk shit to him again.
Right.
So.
Yep. Smart.
Were there any things they made you do as a rookie in New York? Any rookie hazing or?
Nah, we had to sing. You go up there, you sing. You go up there, you say your contract, where you were drafted. Eli was a little prankster. He got me one time.
You gotta watch out for those Mannings.
Yeah, right.
He had like this thing where like he like threw grass in my mouth. Like how he got
what?
He's sitting there, he's like, man, like my tooth been like hurting me a little bit. I'm like out of nowhere too. Like we in practice and I'm like, damn, like probably you got a lot of money. You probably should go check that out. And he's like, nah, like you see it? I was like, he's like, no, like look, I'm gonna show you what it is. And I'm like, bam, and just threw grass in my mouth. And I was like,
what a great prank.
And it's like at that moment you just start laughing and stuff. And I'm just like, that's probably like my only thing. And like I stole this from him. He'll like I'll do it to the rookies. I'll get the rookies where like he'll put the water bottle and then he'll twist it and it's not really on, but you think it's on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then the rookies drink it. And he never got me, but I saw him get some.
You got to get him after a long drive drill too.
Yeah.
Act like you're going over to help him. Like, hey man, way to run, way to run.
Boom.
You need some water?
Right.
You look thirsty. Dang, so you never had any Popeyes on the plane or anything like that?
Y'all funny for real though. Like, y'all actual funny. Like y'all
gotta have fun with it, man.
I'm Chick-fil-A. I'm more Chick-fil-A.
Okay, there you go.
You went, nice. You got the Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
nice.
Oh no.
Oh, I was just talking. Yeah, did you have to go and get it?
Yes.
Jason has a story where he had to go and get Popeyes and was actually late to the plane or just bailed on the Popeyes so he wasn't late to the plane.
Jonathan Stewart was my vet. So that's why like I don't all the rookies, I don't make them get candy. I don't make them do nothing.
He was Carolina for a while, right?
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah. And he ended his career with the Giants. Mm-hmm. And it's like I guess you kind of a reflection of your vet because like he didn't have me do anything. I think I paid for one lunch, and that was like we had like a joint practice or whatever in Detroit, and that's the only thing that I can remember. So it's like for me, it's like when I have my rookies and stuff. Like now that I'm the vet, like I really don't make them really do too much. Only thing I'll probably make them do is like after practice, probably take my helmet or take my shoulder pads. That's really it. Nice. That's the only thing I had to do.
I don't do anything for the tight ends either because I benefit from the offensive line. The offensive line, you guys fucking put your guys through the ringer.
Yeah, dude. I think that's everywhere, right?
Every offensive line room.
Listen, if there's one thing O-linemen aren't messing around
your
with,
stripes.
If there's one thing O-line ain't messing around with, it's food. You got to get that food to the plane.
Yeah.
This is sweet, man. You rushed for 106 yards and scored a 68-yard touchdown your first ever NFL game. What did that feel like when you got in that zone after that tutty, man?
Yeah.
Amazing. It was kind of like a, full circle moment because you think, you can do it like what you did in college.
Was it in MetLife too?
Yeah, it was in MetLife. So I really didn't like.
I would have cried.
I didn't have a great game, the whole game, I guess you could say. I don't think I would play bad, but like that's when Jacksonville was like that.
The defense,
dogs,
yeah,
Campbell, Jalen, Smith, like all of them. Like that was the year they just lost to
Tampa
England,
Bay in the playoffs. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
New
England.
Tampa's NFC.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking
New England.
Tom
New
Brady.
England
I'm over here going straight to Tampa Bay. I'm screwing that up.
Yep.
So my first game, I'm going against these monsters. But when I scored that touchdown, it was pretty sick. I was able to basically all the stuff that they said I wasn't going to be able to do in the NFL because you only could do it at a college level.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I did it in that run. So it was like more of like, all right, like I took it in, but at the time I was like, oh, like this is just football.
Yeah,
like, this is football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, when you're Saquon, it's just football.
Yeah, everybody, I feel like when you're going in your rookie year, like the first time you're going out there, you don't know what to expect. You played great up until that moment, but it's like, man, what is this going to feel like? But yeah, when you break 4 tackles and run a 68-yard touchdown, I feel like you're like, yeah, I got this.
It was more of like,
got it.
It was more of like, and I remember, and then like at first I let it sit in, like, and then like the crowd started bugging, and I just started feeding off their energy, and so I started yelling. I'm like, like yeah, like I'm really like that. I'm really like that. And then
I told you.
And then we had a 2-point conversion. Got locked up. I ain't do shit. I ran the ball. They handed off, and no winner.
Damn.
Wasted a little too much energy.
I know how that goes. The Giants have played the Eagles 13 times over the past 6 years. You were on the team over there in New York.
You don't gotta go to record.
No. We don't.
The Eagles have
Yeah, we know. Yep. Hey, that's in the past. That's in the past.
Just want to know your favorite moment of the rivalry. That's all. We don't want to talk about the record.
My favorite moment, I would say it was a playoffs game. Like before we even got to the coin toss, like I'm in that mindset. I'm like, you know how you get in that mode. Like I'm like, all right, boom, boom, and we just went to Minnesota and
Ain't
played a
nothing
crazy
like some
game.
playoff football,
Yeah,
baby.
bro, I'm fiending, bro. I can't like. That's like one thing. Like it took me so long. It took me 5 years to even get to that moment, and to like not being in there this year. Like that's like you like once you get in there, it's just addicted. And I can't even imagine like you guys done it at the highest level. You won Super Bowl, and you obviously won multiples. Like so, I can't even imagine what that feel like. But
Man.
I remember I'm in my bag. Like I mean, you know, you talking to yourself, and all you hear is like that's when the Uzi song was popping, and all you hear is like, nah. And then them motherfuckers came out, and like it was like I was like, oh,
Jason
shit.
was doing Lil Uzi in there.
I was bro, we like this is real. Like Minnesota was crazy. Like the environment was crazy. Like it was dope. That's another stadium that kind of gives like a college feel.
Oh yeah, what the link?
Yeah. No, I'm talking Minnesota.
No, I'm talking about Minnesota. You're talking about because they beat Minnesota to come play us.
Yeah, the
Oh,
link.
all right.
Bro,
Yeah.
that joint that it's just like boom, you hear that. This ain't what you want. Then they started walking out. I was like, oh my god. So that's probably my favorite moment because a lot of moments was games that we lost. I had
Environments though.
Yeah,
like,
environment.
You'll remember those environments forever. That's dope.
You know, obviously wasn't beating the Eagles. So you guys had to deal with a lot of change up in New York. You know, what have you learned from like the 3 different head coaches you played for? They each
learned
got
a
their own
lot.
style. Like
Yeah. Everybody got their own style. They're all different. I'm now going here. It's probably gonna be like my 7th or 8th running back coach in like 7 years, going on my 7th year.
wow.
So that's definitely tough, and you know that's why I admire all those guys that were there and still there in New York because you guys know like situations and stuff can really, really help your career out. And
Of course.
we've been tossed around, thrown around, this head coach, that head coach, and I still believe, obviously I'm not there no more. I still believe Brian Dable is I know he's a really good coach, and
Sure.
he's the right guy to get him back on track. But it's tough as a player because this coach likes this coach like this coach like this. What it's taught me though is like I feel like I'm able to adapt into whatever the culture that they're trying to bring. And that was like my main message to Nick, to Coach Sirianni. It was like, you tell me, what you want from me, not only as a player, but as a leader. And I'm going to try my best every single day to go out and capitalize that and to go out and take advantage of it. But that's what I learned, to be able to adapt and taught the business side of it before I got into the business side of it. Like, you don't get numb. Like when coaches leave, like it hurts, but it's not like, my first coach is like, damn, fuck, like I let him down. Like, you know what I mean? That's on me. And then now you learn, like, what it is. It's a business.
Yeah.
Like I had coaches leave for good reason. Like my coach Nix, he just left to be the OC for Syracuse. So that's what it taught me, the business side of it and how to be able to adapt and really knowing that no matter what, like you can't complain. You can't complain about your situation. No one cares.
Yeah.
Right.
So don't go whining.
Nobody does.
Just put your head down and come in every day ready to work and try to win and compete.
I commend you for having that mindset, though,
Yeah.
man. Not a lot of people are owning up and having that type of mentality to, take it to heart and call themselves out first in some regards, and just to make sure that I need to do everything I possibly can. And if I need to get better, which I've never turned on a game film and have said I need to get that better. Every single game that I've ever watched of myself in terms of scouting myself, I'm like, man, I got to be better. I got to be better. I got to be better. Now that I don't think enough guys in the league hold themselves to that type of caliber and that accountability. So I commend you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And it gets hard with the turnover. Like I feel like every time there's like coaching changes or there's like a bad season, like Travis saying, a lot of people start either pointing fingers. Some guys are taking accountability, but it tries to like tear guys apart. That's the hardest thing in my mind with like transition is like, how do you keep bringing everybody back to like, hey, we're all doing this thing together. We're all rowing in the same direction. Right.
What's so crazy though?
What's
like,
that?
That's why in New York, I never understood why we didn't have more success than we should have. Because like I'm a firm believer in like what you put in and what you get out.
I'm with you on that.
Even all of like the turnovers and like this is for like obviously the guys that's been there and the guys that are still there right now. Like when I tell you buying in, and like if you know the history, like Shermer, Judge, Daves, all three different totally people, three different totally people. Like those guys that are still there right now, and when I was part with them, like no matter what, bought in, and worked. And whatever was asked, we tried our best, and just, bro, the NFL is fucking hard. And like people do not understand that. That's like what you guys are doing right now in Kansas City with you and Pat. Like hats off to that motherfucker. Because like from the outside, like when you get in the league and you actually it's easy from like a fan's point of view, but like when you actually in it, like it's like so much more respectable. It's like, bro, it's tough. Like even when you do shit the right way, even when you work hard, like it's still football. Like it's still football. Like you got somebody can land on you this way.
There's an element of luck.
It's like, bro, it's crazy.
I'm with you, man. How about my guy Mike Kafka over there?
Yeah, Kafkes.
He actually played with Jason, and then came to KC.
Yeah.
And you already know he was one of my favorite offensive minds.
Yeah.
So
you've been with a lot of former Eagles guys. Yeah. Like Pat was with me.
I forgot Shermer was over there.
Sherm was with us with Chip, and
he went Philly, then Minnesota. Right?
Yep.
And then to John.
Then came to New York.
I love Kafka. I like Kafka because it's like this season, I feel like you learn more about people when shit's not going right.
There's no question.
Yeah.
When shit's easy, it's like it's easy to show up. And by any means, like the Giants offense, and when I was with them, obviously I'm gonna say when I was with them, like we were awful this year. Like for a lot of reasons, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's easy to point the finger to say this, but Calf every single day was the same person.
He's gonna show up, baby.
Every single day.
Him, man.
Every single day.
I'm with you on that.
Guess what, 92%ers?
What?
The 2024 Major League Baseball season is finally here, and this year will be more exciting than ever. That's right. More importantly, tomorrow, Thursday, March 28th, is officially opening day in the Major League Baseball. We couldn't be more excited to get back into some baseball action.
I really jumped off opening day up there in Cleveland last year.
Dude, I'm throwing out a pitch. Me and Fletcher Cox. So we'll see how it goes.
You and Fletcher Cox? See, this is how they got me. They said you and Mom are going to throw out the first pitch, and then Mom was like, you got it. I was like, Mom, I didn't practice.
My elbow doesn't work anymore, so I think Fletcher's going to have to do it.
It's a brand new season, which means anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of sports.
Growing up baseball fans, this is always a fun time of year. That's right. Trav, who would you say were our favorite players growing up?
Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, Orel Hershiser, Charles Nagy. All right, now 92%ers, make sure you tune in and catch all the excitement this baseball season and treat yourself to a day at the ballpark. You really can't go wrong.
Visit any ballpark or go to MLB.com to see what everybody is talking about. That's right.
Let's talk about our next sponsor, 92%ers, Shady Rays. That's right. Shady Rays is an independent sunglass company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people, maybe.
That's a pretty good sample size there, Trav. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank, which is important because these sunglass companies will rip you off if they're not Shady Rays.
Their shades have durable frames, though, and crystal clear optics, making them the perfect choice for all outdoor adventures. Shady Rays also has hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style.
And if your shades ever go missing or take an unexpected hit, don't sweat it. That's right. They have the most insane protection in all of eyewear.
What?
Every pair. That's right. Not one pair, not two pairs, but every pair is backed by lost or broken replacements. Exclusively for New Heights 92%ers, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. That's right. Head to shadyrays.com and use code New Heights for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses.
As 92%ers, you know we love speaking things into existence, just manifesting life on this podcast. It's what we do, people. I'm going to win another Super Bowl. It's just some of the things we like to say around here because it's possible. Remember how you got the Dippin' Dots?
Yep.
I also said I needed a more comfortable chair in the Chiefs tight end room, and the Cadillac of chairs, as you know, a Lazy Boy recliner.
Ooh.
The greatest seat ever made. And now we have him as a sponsor. But now that you're retiring, Jason, I think it might be you who needs a Lazy Boy recliner. Not that you'll be slowing down too much.
I am beyond excited for this. Lazy Boy, I've been a big fan for a long time. I actually like the old school Lazy Boys that weren't like the overly big ones. I like the ones that almost look like they were in like your grandmother's like house.
Nope.
This is where our styles differ. I like when you sit in nice and easy. I hate, dude, I'm going to be honest. I cannot stand the electric recliners. I want the lever, pop it, feet up.
I want to hear the
don't
springs.
Give me another thing to plug
I want to
into a
hear the
wall.
springs when I start rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I'm all for grabbing a little bit of recline time whenever you can and not feel guilty about it. And you certainly don't have to be an athlete to have a reason to relax.
We all push ourselves way too hard and deserve to kick back.
There's nothing like that feeling after a long day and hitting the recliner, putting your feet up. Man, that's good.
Take me back, baby. Everyone has a reason why they've earned the right to relax, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. It's cool that somebody is standing up for our right to sit down.
I like that line.
A banger. And who better to do it than Lazy Boy?
Take a look on lazyboy.com or stop into your local Lazy Boy furniture galleries for the most comfortable stuff out there. Long live the lazy.
Jason, you want to get into the running back market?
For sure. We've heard for a while now, there's a narrative out there that the running back position has been devalued. You just became the highest paid running back in Eagles history by notoriously a GM that does not like to pay running backs. So congratulations.
All right now.
Yeah. Do you think it's starting to shift, or do you think it's? I mean, I guess I'll lead this a little bit. You already said this a second ago. I feel like it hasn't been devalued for guys that can do a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you're a weapon. You're not just a standard running back. You can be that, but you can do everything else. Is that fair to say? That's where it feels like those guys are still premier players, like McCaffrey, yourself.
Yeah. Check it. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with everything that you're saying, 100%. And yes, for the guys that are able to do multiple things and view it as a weapon, I don't think the market, because I'm not going to get into numbers and what teams offer me and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm happy with the decision I made. Yeah. But it's like I said, there's a media look on it, but it's like when I got to the open market, like what I believed in myself, and that's why I didn't accept what the Giants offered me before. I felt like I can get more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like I had a good bit of teams,
sure.
that really was like all about me coming there, and with the price point being up there. I think it's a trend. It's just like the thing that was said last year. I kind of think there's some little BS behind it because all the premier backs got tagged last year, so we had no chance. We had no chance to get paid. Yeah. And it's like, all right. And then when you get tagged, like being tagged is the worst position to ever be in anything. Like, you have no leverage. Yeah. It's literally like they offer you this and it's like, what are you going to do if you're not going to play?
Yeah.
And it's like, who's going to turn down $10 million?
That's tough, man.
It doesn't make any sense. But I'm happy where like what I was able to get, and like shout out to my agent and shout out to my team. Like they worked their ass off for me. I feel like, did I go and beat Christian and reset the market? No. And that's like, if you heard what I said before the year prior, like my whole intention was to never reset the market, like
just to get the value that you deserve,
that I feel like I deserved. That's something that I felt like was fair for me and that would take care of me and my family. That's your goal. You want to get to the second contract. But I feel like where I got, it's like, all right, now Bijan, Jameer, Najee, like y'all boys, like go beat me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, no. I mean, I'm a competitor. Like, I'm trying to go out this year, especially with the situation I'm in now. I'm trying to be the best running back. Like, like no question about it. But like, let's push each other. Let's all drive it. Like, it's easy to say like, what they're doing to the running backs is not fair. And I don't believe that. There's guys, I'm not taking shots of anybody, but like, there's receivers and there's positions like who have 600, 500 receiving yards or this amount of stats, and like they're getting paid more than running backs. And it's like,
it's bogus. It really is bogus.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, even like same thing with tight ends. It's like you're not just a tight end. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got wide receivers that are probably making a fuck ton more money than you.
with less production.
And and it's not fair. But now it's like what I got, like, all right, like I said, Bijan, Najee, Jameer, all those guys, go do your part. Go do what y'all got to do. And then we're going to keep trending upward. I'm not saying we're going to get in the 20s and the 30s. That was my big thing with, Tiki. That was my thing with Tiki. It was like, what he said was like, you're an ex-running back. Like, you're an ex-NFL player. Like, I get fans being upset about me going to Philly. Like, obviously they don't get the business side of it. Like, they're trying to really make it seem like it was me. I picked the Giants over Philly, which
like out of spite almost. Like, it's like, come on.
I didn't have first of all, the Giants didn't even offer me. Like, they didn't it wasn't my option. I had 4 teams, but like the Giants weren't my option.
Yeah, that's wild.
But Tiki, like, you used that moment to. Like, it wasn't even what he said, because he was like, chung the cheek or whatever he said.
Yeah, he's trying to be funny.
It was a week. It was a week leading up to that, before when it first came out that the Eagles and I had interest, and he's like, you're going to be dead to this fan base. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. It's like, I love seeing NFL guys. I love seeing OGs. I love seeing you guys. Like, you have a platform, and like, this is a place where, you ball. You can talk. You can educate fans. It's like, maybe use that time to show. Maybe this is why Saquon is going to Philly. Or maybe this is why he's going to use it. The business side of it. Use that to show. It's like I'm not saying you got to have loyalty to me, because I don't care for that, to be honest. But like, you are ex-NFL player. You are ex-NFL athlete. It's like, don't feed into the BS. It's like, let fans do that. Like, they're supposed to do that. They're emotional. Honestly, if fans wouldn't be mad that I went from New York to Philly, that means I did nothing when I was in New York, whether it was on the field or off the field. Like, that means I made an impact at some point. That's the reason why fans were so torn apart about it. And I see like my jersey getting burned, my family was getting threats, like my house. It's like, I see that part of it. So it's like,
we grew up in Cleveland, so we've seen a whole bunch of LeBron jerseys getting burned, and all of a sudden he came back and won a championship for us. Good thing I didn't burn mine.
Hold on. I'm not saying I'm on that man's level. I'm not saying Bron. He's a whole he's a whole different beast.
Bron?
He's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
What I was basically trying to get to, I guess, was like the running back market, what they're doing, how they're valuing. It's like, it's easy to say it's not fair, but it's on us. It's on us to change the narrative. It's on us to go out there and go ball, stay healthy, go ball. And, it wasn't like a big drop off, like where Christian and Alvin, those guys getting, like, it could have been a big drop off. It could have been 8, 10, but it's 12 and it's 13 or whatever. It's like, now, like, okay, like, all right, like Bijan, all them young boys, y'all do what y'all got to do.
Keep moving the needle, man.
Keep moving the needle.
Yeah, is this fair to say, too? Because I feel like there's more opportunities now for the running back potentially than ever. I mean, I know more teams are going pass heavy unless they're a Shanahan-style offense, but like defenses continually go to these shell middle field open defenses, and I feel like the running back is like your best friend, whether you're running it or throwing it when people are in the 2 shell, right?
They drop back and nothing's there, drop it off, and they want to stay in that, and you have a really good running back and, a good scheme, run the ball on them, and then it opens up the pass game.
I've never understood, too, like, even if you got a backer matching you off the ball, like, bro, throw it to this dude and make that guy make an open field tackle. Like, it's going to be
him one-on-one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now that ain't good enough. You got to have somebody else down there.
We like that.
But
we like it. All right. Well, congrats on moving the needle and doing your job, brother. I think it's awesome to be able to keep stacking and keep making that position get the value that it's deserved, because it's, already know it's been sick for everybody to kind of see that throughout the league, knowing how much of a wear and tear you guys take between the tackles and how much you guys really can do to help a team win, man.
There were a lot of running backs that changed teams. I feel like, damn near half the league, the running backs like switched over. Are there any guys that you're like excited to watch in like their new places?
Yeah, I'm excited for all of them. I'm excited to see what Swift can do in Chicago. I think that's a unique spot over there. I like what they're building there too. Jacobs,
I got Ryan Poles over there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jacobs' game. I'm excited to see all the backs. Like I'm when I say this, like, I'm actually a true fan of the game.
Yeah,
I like watching those guys. Like, I generally like watching like Christian, like studying him, or studying Derek, studying those guys, seeing what they're able to bring to the table. And it's like,
got that, you educating yourself. Got the The erudite mentality.
Yeah.
I see you.
So it's like I want all those guys to go out there and ball because like that pushes me, that motivates me. It's like at the end of the day, like I said it before during Super Bowl, it's like Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion, is the best running back in the NFL. That pains me to say because I'm a competitor and like this is the era I'm playing in and I'm playing at the same time as him. So it's like I don't want him to be number one. So it's like respect, watch, learn from him. I could pick up some pieces and that's to drive and motivate me to try to, get to Philly and be like, all right, let's really see who's the best.
It's all up here, baby. It's all up here.
We're going to see this year.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to no dumb questions.
Let's answer some not dumb questions because there's no such thing as dumb questions, just dumb people. And we got a smart one with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ha ha! Us two dummies over here answering these half the time. No Dumb Questions is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go, Sports Bar. Brandon, don't even. That was ridiculous. All right, we're getting better at that, though. We're getting better at that. For this one, we thought we'd do a throwback and bring one of our favorite questions for Saquon to answer. At Vink Isaac?
Yep, nailed it.
Could an average person gain 1 yard on a rushing play in the NFL?
Yeah.
The average person? Look at Jets Jake right now.
Jet Shakes, come on camera so we can see what you look like.
Jets, come on up here.
I feel like I gotta say yes now. I'm just dissing. Him, right?
No, you don't.
Love the shirt, by the way. It's a
There's
great
no
shirt.
hard
Great shirt.
feelings here. He's a Jets guy himself as well.
You play any ball back in your day?
No.
No.
There we go.
If you had to like run a 40 right now, like under 6 seconds? No chance. So you're not helping the cause at all.
No, not at all.
How's your vision?
What's the play?
20/20 vision.
Yeah.
That's a start.
What's the play? I gotta say, there's a game I had against the New York Jets. I had 13 carries and 1 rushing yard.
Holy cow.
And I would say I'm a pretty good running back.
At least you got one.
So you're probably not getting it. Yep. Yeah, average person probably not getting 1 yard.
And he's out. All right.
Had to think that one through.
I think about it sometimes because, like, if a guard and a tackle destroy a double team, like anybody could probably get a yard, but you got to think about how slow it's going to take them to get to the hole.
He ain't getting it.
And how fast everything changes,
Unc
right?
told us best.
Oh gosh,
they wouldn't even know.
If the average guy's Jets Jake,
if it's outside zone, no
Was
shot.
that a shot? My bad, Jake. No, I love it. You're above average in my heart.
above average person.
Way above average person.
That's what matters.
We don't.
Yes.
We don't. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Classic. No dumb question. Just my dumb ass. That was no dumb questions brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go, Sports Bar. Nice. There you go.
I picked it.
Close that out.
Now we're on to our second question segment, which is we got to ask, but you don't have to answer.
Yeah, you don't.
We do emphasize you don't have to answer.
Okay.
We got to ask, you don't have to answer is brought to us by our friends over at Accelerator Active Energy Drink. It's been giving us the energy to do the show for a couple years now.
All right.
Yeah, go out and find some Accelerator Active Energy.
How you like that?
It's good. It's really good, actually.
Oh, he's got a really. He's got a cherry limeade over here.
Yeah.
Cherry limeade's not bad. They got to get that.
Not bad.
Actually, cherry limeade's the best one. That's what that is. It looks like it's.
What? No,
Mine
he's got the cherry limeade.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, you got the grenadine. Yeah.
I got
Call
the
it what you
Shirley
want.
Temple over here.
All right, you can find Accelerator Active Energy at Hy-Vee, Quick Trip, Giant Eagle, and Amazon. It's expanding to these distributors now.
Hey, oh yeah.
All righty. Question everybody wants to know. Who can squat more, you or Jalen Hurts?
Ooh,
That's not even close.
you think it's not even close?
It's not even close.
Jalen's got you.
No.
What?
No. I'm
gotta-
I don't
might
do
need to
that no
squat
more.
off.
I don't do that no more. But like when I was like really in that mindset of squatting and like squat off, I'll put myself up there with a lot of people.
I'm watching this clip of Saquon squatting 585 right now.
Was that in college?
Nah, that was last
No,
year.
this is the pros.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
That
it's
was
not
it
like
was
even
like,
remotely difficult. Like,
I don't max out anymore. Like stuff like that. Like that's like those days are one of those days where it's like you're like, oh, let's just push the fucking needle a little bit. Like let's put something on you and try it. Yeah.
Just put a car on our back.
Jalen's strong. He probably the strongest quarterback in the NFL,
Ever.
and he could squat ever. Yep.
He
Tebow,
squats 600
What
pounds.
was Tebow squatting? Tebow was a pretty big dude. He had to be.
He's a quarterback?
Wow.
Well, you know, Jalen powerlifted when he was in high
Tebow's a
school.
quarterback. I'm a quarterback.
Wow.
What? I played quarterback.
5 shots.
He
I
played
gotta
tight
say-
end too. He moved to tight end. His last
Yep, bring it together. Yep,
his
save
last
it.
game was a tight end. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
I threw a touchdown in the playoffs. All right now.
All right now.
After watching those two clips, that 585 squat was damn impressive.
Jalen's pretty strong. He don't got. He
Shout
don't
out to
got me,
Tebow
though.
too. He's my favorite college football player, behind Cam Newton and Reggie Bush,
I'm a better one squat, like one rep
and
max
Zach
too.
Collares.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm not like.
Like you
I'm
burn
more
out
of like,
quick. You're more of
Yeah,
like
I'm
an
more of like-
explosive.
Put it on. Give me the number. Sit down and stand the fuck up. Like yeah.
Do you know
You
what the
ever,
most? Do you know what the most you've ever squatted is?
The most I probably ever put on my back was in the 600s, but it's college, NFL. I never really
Yeah, you
got
don't
the
max out
chance to
anymore.
do. We don't do one rep max. So
Yeah.
only
Ran
ever
out of
one rep
bar.
max.
You can't the weights don't even fit on the bar at that point.
You got the bands holding it on at that point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It just
That's when you
looks
feel
like
bad.
a U. Just looks like a U when you pull it off of the
Yeah.
rack.
That's right.
You use the Valsalva technique. It's where Jason.
You fill up with air.
there
Fill
it
up
is.
with air. You might be.
And then what?
Well, listen, I guess when you got quads as good as Saquon, you don't need the Valsalva.
Yeah, he's probably We had to use everything we could, every technique that we possibly could. Have you ever flexed out?
What does that mean?
Like you and then
And
like
get
you get,
lightheaded?
and then all of a sudden you get real lightheaded, and then just hit the
And fall?
yeah.
No,
It's a thing on TikTok.
Yeah.
People have it all the time.
I haven't. I've got lightheaded.
It's one of my
before.
favorite segments.
I don't
Get a
think
good
I've
reel of
ever
everybody just
passed out.
flexing out.
I had like the you know how we had like this thing called Art Fest, and like it was a time where everybody would go out and party, and like around the same time we would do our max out week. So I had like those are the weeks where it'd be more of like
It gave you power.
You gotta
You really maxed out.
probably I think about it like in college like you were able to do some cool stuff. It was different.
You ain't lying. Who is in your running back Mount Rushmore? You can put yourself. I got shamed. I got shamed for doing it.
But like you are.
But you can put yourself in
Shame.
there. Yeah.
I'll be real. Yeah, you're definitely for sure up there and top 4. Me, not yet. I haven't done anything in my opinion. Hopefully going to Philadelphia Eagles.
Might
can
change that
spark
up.
Yeah, change that up.
I can see
Save
it.
my legacy.
I can see it right now.
But Mount Rushmore. All right, I gotta go Barry. Barry's the best player of all time with the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
The best running back of all time. I'm talking about pass blocking, inside the tackles, outside the tackles,
Okay, he's going all
catching.
over. He's
Walter Payton.
Okay. Sweetness.
sweetness.
And this one gets tricky. Because there's one
Get
that
through them all.
like you have to put up there. And my manager's shaking his head because he probably know how I'm going to say you have to. And like I know people like argue like, well, he played back in that time and you got to go Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Jimothy.
You
Jahimothy
got to go Jim Brown.
I mean, you're talking to two Browns fans, so
Yeah.
And then
He was God.
Emmett has, the record.
right.
I love Curtis Martin. I'm not saying he's up there. Curtis Martin's like one of my favorite running backs. Do I go for Marshall or LT, man?
I was about to say LT.
It's LT or Marshall Faulk for me.
Yeah.
It's if I know as you said 4, but I'll say 4A, 4B. Like that's it.
Oh yeah.
Jim Brown got to be in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know he did it at a time, but like I was like I have a book and like I said, my son loves football, and like it's like the NFL Top 100 book, and like I was just going through it and showing pictures. He's always like, Dad, football. And, like we're looking, and like they just had like Jim Brown stats on it, and I was like, just, like he led the league in rushing. Like he only played like 8 years, and he led it. I'm pretty sure every single year, and he was like a 3-time MVP.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. That's not easy to do.
Well, and his stats,
he can act.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
he
Yep.
can act. He's Hollywood
Lacrosse
Brown,
player too,
baby.
right? He was.
The
That's
real
right.
lacrosse.
Lacrosse of
Yeah.
Syracuse.
So,
yeah, but his
those are
stats
my
also
4 or
hold up.
5.
And I think they only played like 14 game seasons when he was in the NFL too. So his like stats are still like imperative with 2 extra games. But
that at the same time, he did play with white DBs,
yeah, I mean,
There's a new one coming.
which is coming back
There's
around.
a new one coming.
It's coming full circle.
listen,
Just saying. It might hold up then. They might keep holding up.
I believe it when I see it.
All right.
We could show up to 30 seconds of NFL footage on this show. What 30 seconds of Saquon footage should we have on?
Ooh, what's your favorite highlight?
All right, one that shows the type of player I am. It would be against you guys or us now. I gotta get used to this. Us now.
Right.
Rookie year, caught a screen. I didn't score, but I had like a pretty dope screen against Phil. It was a chip screen, and I like cut across the field, and yeah, that was probably it.
I think I vaguely remember exactly the one you're talking about because I always watched his games.
Setting up a screen for Barkley. Blocking in front, first down and more into Eagle territory. Still going. Incredible.
Yeah, that's another one you get up out of your seat like, could he? You just hear Berman in the back. You're like, could he go all dog?
I was so I don't think I've ever been more tired after a play than that play.
Oh man,
And
yeah.
like,
I mean, you were going like almost numbers to numbers.
It was like high school. Like it was not the level. I'm saying like
no, you already
couldn't
know.
have.
That's just dope. We did a little digging and saw that March 14th is Saquon Barkley Day. Ooh, in Pennsylvania.
That's the day
you
I
already
signed.
have your own day.
No.
In PA. That's dope. What goes down on Saquon Day? How do people celebrate in your hometown? They just squat?
No, yeah,
Just
right.
try and do leg extensions, get those BMOs firing.
The shortest shorts possible. Get the quads out.
Wow. How do you guys know that? Funny story. The day I signed to Philly was March 14th. It was Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, nice.
I told my mom that I didn't want people to really know that I have a day, but it's not like you celebrate. It was one day, and I was going to my rookie year, and I went back to my hometown and had like a parade and had to do the all that good stuff and talk to the town. Why do I have a day? I don't know, but hey, I'll take it.
Your hometown knows.
Yeah.
I've been trying to convince Philly to get a Jason Kelsey Day.
I think we need one.
The Jason
statue.
Kelsey Day is you're not allowed to celebrate Jason Kelsey Day. That's what you do on Jason Kelsey Day.
Fair enough.
Go about his business as usual.
I have a question.
Go
Who's
ahead.
if you had a drinking contest, who's winning?
At a drinking contest?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've beaten Jason the last 3 to 5 times.
This
On a
is
chug-off.
completely made up. First of all, what's the competition? We're talking about chugging, just chugging a beer?
So chugging and then like toe to toe.
Toe to toe with what?
Like who's calling quits?
Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
can definitely
might-
drink
yeah.
more volume. I don't even think that's a question.
What?
Yeah.
What? You think you
Yeah,
could drink?
I don't-
You're already down to 260.
I'm 283.
We're
283
in the
this
same
morning.
weight class now.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have the
283?
heart that I do when it comes to
Still.
drinking.
Whoa.
It's March. We're in the
heart.
same weight class right now.
I don't think you heard that. He said you,
You
don't
definitely
have the
are.
heart when it comes to
You're
drinking.
more ingrained. You've been drinking more than I
He
have.
hasn't
recently.
stayed out past 10 p.m. since 2017.
Did you
There's
not see
no
me
way.
at your playoff games this year? Did you not see me at your playoff games this
Do
year?
you remember any of that?
Whoa,
But no, because I was drinking all day.
this is good. I love the back and forth.
We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this. We're gonna have to get to
Yes.
the bottom of this.
I want
I
that.
think
saw
drinking games, I will destroy him because I
What
got the
drinking
mental
game?
advantage.
You're not beating me in
I'm the
pong.
older brother. Beer pong, I'm not beating you in, for sure not.
If you had a shotgun beer, who's winning?
Well, the
that's
last
what
time
I'm
we
saying, I'm
shotgun won,
smoking.
Travis cheated.
It
He
was
threw it down
after the
before it was
Bills.
empty.
What game was that? Was it Bills?
We didn't shotgun a beer after the Bills game, did we?
See, this is.
I don't remember much at the end of the Bills. I was at the Big Tree Inn all game.
Yeah, you had a shirt on at that point, so yeah. All right, well, it's on like Donkey Kong, motherfucker. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna enter ourselves into this drinking contest, maybe at the shore or something. Ooh, Are you a beer guy?
Yeah.
So you're saying this like you could probably hold your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Maybe we might.
I went
need
to Penn State.
Yeah.
I went to Penn
Yeah.
Okay, State.
I don't know
I
how
thought that
much
was a
of a-
dry campus.
I don't know how much of it is. It is.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't know how much
Called
of a
Happy
party
Valley.
school
It
they
can't
are
be too
now.
liquored up.
Those
I'll
games
go
are
my
lit,
own.
so they're definitely not doing it just off of spirit.
Right.
Those games are fucking out of control.
You been in one?
Huh?
You been in one?
No, TV tells you everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
TV tells you everything.
Yeah.
You might need to get you the beer bowl.
Yeah, your dad is a diehard Jets fan and has even worn Jets jerseys to games where you guys played against them. If the Eagles played the Jets in the Super Bowl, who would your dad root for?
The Jets.
It's tough. It's tough
But
sledding
he would
right
root
there.
for you to have a good game, right? He'd be
Yeah.
okay, I want Saquon to have a good game.
You got he's a Jets fan because he's from New York, but the year he was born was '69, and that
Dude, there's
year
no way your dad's like, get him! Tackle him! God damn
he
it!
doesn't even wear my jersey. I'm serious. He doesn't wear my jersey. He wears. I got him a Joe Namath Jets jersey. He wears that jersey,
I mean, that's a good jersey to have.
and that's Joe Namath the year
classic.
they won. That's when he was like, "We're gonna win the Super Bowl. I guarantee that." And the third Super Bowl. So he's never saw the Jets win a Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad would. I would hope,
Dad.
he'll be probably switch up. But if I had to take a guess, I think he probably would cheer for the Jets to win a Super Bowl, which is sad to say out loud. I love you, Dad. Bro.
At least you understand it. You
Yeah.
understand it. I get it. Are you still a big hurdle guy?
Yeah, now I am.
On the advice from what your father even said?
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to hurling now.
Not your father, my bad. I read that wrong.
Yeah,
Let me
our
ask you this
dad
again.
banned Travis from hurdling.
Yeah.
He read the question wrong.
But, and at the same time, Dad. All right? Those are instincts that got me to
Right.
where I am today, all right? I'm going to fucking hurdle somebody first game next year.
I love it.
End up on my fucking head. All
Yeah,
right,
I don't
here
love
we
that
go.
part.
What do you got, Jason?
The league announced it was banning hip drop tackles today. Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I don't know why everyone's like bugging out about that. It's like, how often do you actually see that tackle?
It's
Not
not,
a lot.
that often.
Not a
I think
lot.
it's-
Everyone on social
Yeah.
media like making a big deal. Like, oh, we might as well just change it to flag football and this. And it's like, I probably only can tell you like in 7 years, 2 times I've been like hit drop.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how often that happens in a game. I could be wrong. I don't know the stats behind it. There's a reason why they banned it, I guess. But it's one of those things. I feel like every time during this year, there's a new rule. Everyone just go crazy over it, freaks out. We play the first preseason game. They're going to look and find for it. They're going to throw the flag just to show that they're doing it. And then you're going to get in the season and it's not going to be a thing.
I hear you.
I think that's a very well-reasoned and correct statement. Yeah, I still remember when they started really going after like targeting or like,
Yeah.
I remember I was kind of on the other side of that where I was like, man, how is a defensive player going to change this? Like he's just trying to hit the guy. But to the NFL's credit, like defensive players have for the most part stopped doing it. Like it still happens occasionally, but somehow they have been able to make that adjustment. And I'm with you on this. I think the hip drop feels weird because it's like, I don't think guys are trying to do that tackle when it happens. Yeah. But I think now, once people get penalized and fined for it, I do think guys are going to go out of their way to not do it, which should, in theory, reduce the amount of injuries when it does happen, even though it's
like you have your guys. Like you have your guys like everyone knows like how this person tackles or that person tackles, and they're probably gonna have to change it up a little bit. But I really don't like. They're like, how you're supposed to tackle Derek or tackle this guy. And it's like, I'm pretty sure you've been in the league way longer than me. You've been in the league way longer than me. Like really think about how many hip drop tackles like you've seen.
I got the eject button. As soon as I start to feel somebody right there, I'm like throwing my feet out.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like, no!
Get these feet up off the grass.
Man, fuck that. Like, I don't even want to think about getting tackled like that.
The only thing that I think is going to what you just said, Saquon, like they call it, they're going to make a point of emphasis on it. So are they going to call like guys when they're like rolling and it's really not a hip drop tackle, but they're going out of their way to like throw the flag? I think you're going to see a little bit of that early on and it's going to piss people off. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't see this being a huge deal.
Week 3, week
Listen,
4.
back in my day, you couldn't play back in my day. Okay? You couldn't play. You wouldn't make it. DMSO, you know what that is?
Your breath will smell like straight egg salad all game.
We appreciate you joining us, bro. Man, even cooler in person. Wish you all the best in Philly, man. You deserve all the money in the world. You've been doing it the right way. Keep doing it the right way, man. And thanks for blessing the 92%ers and me and Jason, dog. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Honored. Man, I can't wait to watch you ball out this year.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
It's going to be
fun.
What a God, man. That shit was fun as hell. I'll tell you what.
You guys are actually funny as hell.
Trying to have fun with it, man. He was awesome, man.
Dude, he's great. I'm going to be practicing my drinking skills now just to make sure I whoop your ass.
I don't even have to practice.
Travis.
It's just what I do.
I was the MVP at Cincinnati drinking games. I still think I got it. You're saying I don't got it anymore.
I'm saying
I peaked in college.
If you're not riding a bike, if you're not out there on skates, you don't know how to skate the same.
I think I proved in the postseason that I still got what it takes.
Listen,
Mahomes, Pat
out
even said I was the MVP of the post Super Bowl party.
God damn it, Pat. Fucking feeding this man this nonsense.
All right, that wraps up another episode of New Heights, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, of course, to Saquon Barkley for joining the show. Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube so you know when the new episodes are coming out. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And also, make sure to purchase your tickets for our upcoming live show at the University of Cincinnati on April 11th if you want to and are in the area. They are still available. Head to gobearcats.com/New Heights right now to secure your seats. You're not going to want to miss this 92%ers. It's going to be crazy.
It's fucking nuts, and I can't wait. Back in the nip once again.
What's the first thing you're doing?
Adriatico's Pizza.
Adriatico's? Bearcat?
Yes. Yep.
Dude,
maybe not a Bearcat. I'm gonna need a
full bear. I've seen you eat a full Bearcat all by yourself, which was an impressive feat.
I was bigger than you right now.
You were enormous.
I was every bit at 285.
Might have been the most impressive physical feat I've ever seen you do.
I got back down to 250 and won a Super Bowl the next year. All right, now. Once again, New Heights is presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go, Sports Bar. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Thanks to our production and crew. And thank you to the 92%ers. And thank you, Saquon. Thank you.
Acting's hard, but like I think about it like this: like, why can't I be the big, swole dude that fights and and just fights? Like,
it can't be that hard.
It can't be that hard. You know what I mean? Just act like I'm getting punched in the face, fight a little bit, end up losing, and then you make money off of it. I'm not trying to be Leo. Like,
dog. So you trying to be the next Creed?
Why not?
Let's go.
Put me in Creed. Let's make a story. I'm coming to Philly.
You're going to the right
city. Why not, right?
Hey, seriously, you just throw it out there. So, stuff happens when it goes out on New Heights.
Just go over to the
speak it into existence.
Just go over to the Philadelphia Museum and just start running steps.
Yeah,
and just punching air
and shit.
Dude, Philadelphia would go freaking crazy.